Welcome back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover Kabaya Buster. And here is Buster in his F-16 jet mode. You know, the Fighting Falcon. It's really cool. It's got a very neat design here. I do like this a whole lot. This Kabaya kit is very cool. And if you've handled the Generation 1 or Generation 2 aerial bots, this is about the same size as one of those. It's maybe a tiny bit smaller, but not by a whole lot. It's about the same length. And they're very, very neat. I do like this thing a lot. Stickers on this guy try to come off, especially around the cockpit. I might actually just paint the cockpits on these. But for the review, I just wanted to leave it the way it is for now. But anyway, Buster here's got this awesome silver and this red sticking out, and I love how the decals are done here, where it's incorporated all of the decal that it would actually have, and then with the Decepticon emblem built into it. It does have a decal there for his rear fin. And he's got this post here sticking up. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But he's got these little guns here that are on the sides, which are nice. I like the fact that these guns are the way they are. And I will show you why I like the way these are designed here in a second. Another cool thing he does, and this was such an unnecessary thing for Kabaya to do, but they did it anyway. They gave him his little Power Master. And the Power Master pops out. It's kind of flat detail here. They could have put some kind of detail in there, but that's fine that he doesn't have it. And the cool thing is this little dude, he's so small, but so detailed. And he actually transforms. This was such an unnecessary thing they did, but they made it so you can at least transform his legs. Trying to do his arms, that would have been probably next to impossible for the size of this thing. This thing is so small. You turn him around and then there you go. You got, you know, Buster in his little tiny Power Master mode. I may go back and add a little bit of color to this guy to just kind of break him up a little bit. But he is so small. Like if I'm going to sneeze, he's going to fly away. And just to kind of give you a bit of a comparison how small he is, seriously, like, there's one reflector bot. He doesn't even come up barely to the top of this orange that I have on him. It's crazy how small he is. I love this. This is so cool. I am really, like I said, been enamored with tinier Transformers and smaller stuff because I've gotten out of that stage of everything having to be so large. This is cool. Love this. But anyway, I'm going to transform him back and put him back so that way I don't end up losing him while we're playing with this guy. So, and the cool thing is, it plugs in. It doesn't actually do anything to the mode, so if this thing was missing, it wouldn't affect the transformation. But it's still cool that it's even there. But he's got a very interesting transformation, yet one I still love to this day. The first thing you'll do is you'll fold these wings all the way up, just to get them up out of the way. And then rotate these down. And this is much like the original toy. The original toy did a lot of this same thing, because I actually used to have both of the Dreadwing bots. And you fold that down, and then you'll fold these forward. And then here on the back, you have these little heel pieces here that will pop up. you're going to need those heels, because you ain't going to want to stand if you don't have them. And there you go, you have Buster in his robot mode. He just looks amazing. Now, one thing this thing does not do is fold the wings completely back. Otherwise, you can't really do anything with the arms, because if you do that, you're not going to have an arm, really, because it doesn't have the plug-in here. Now, if they would have engineered it so that way you can unplug the whole, unplug this and plug it in here, it's not really a place for it to plug in. If you're a very clever person, you might be able to pop a hole through this, but I really wouldn't want to do that because that's also going to mess with this hinge, so I just left it alone. What I normally do here for his weapons is I will just rotate them forward, because he can move his arm forward. And you don't even have to take the weapons off, which is cool. I love the fact that I don't have to even worry about pulling the weapons off of him. And he's just neat looking. I just love this thing. All the decals on him really cause him to like look the part. The fact that this top portion here is actually a different plastic is cool. It does have a bit of a decal there for the eyes, which is kind of difficult to put on and see, but it's there. And then he's got his nice Decepticon emblem right there, which is exactly what the real toy had. Same with these little decals here. Like I said, this cockpit sticker, I don't know what I'm going to do there yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to glue that down or if I'm just going to paint it. I don't know yet. But as for these actually wrap all the way around the entire leg, which was actually completely unnecessary, but they did it anyway. So that way you can kind of fill in these legs. And his articulation is that. And then maybe, you know, if you want to fold these out, you can. Another cool thing he does is these guns actually will combine, much like the original toy. Original toy had combining guns, which is cool. This thing literally has all the gimmicks the original ones had. I absolutely love that about these. I was actually a bigger fan of Buster and Hydra's colors than the American release we got. I don't know. Dreadwing was cool, but I actually liked these colors a lot better. And then there you go. Now you got a combined blaster, which is neat. And this is such an unnecessary thing they decided to do. Like, this is everything you would ever want in a tiny transformer. Give you a bit of a size comparison. Here he is next to Star Convoy, which is actually part of his wave. His wave came with Star Convoy, Buster, and Hydra. So you're able to get the three of them together if you can find the wave. It's getting harder to find those out there, and when you do, they're usually astronomical, or they're out of Japan or something if you're here in the States, so they're kind of hard to get hold of sometimes. These were pretty readily available 10 years ago, but they're really hard to find now. But the back doesn't really have any huge issues here. It all kind of just works and fits. And that's one big reason why I love this guy. Now, if you wanted to like get rid of this whole piece here on the back, you can. This actually unpegs and then pegs up here, because the original one would just fold up. And it doesn't really make him back heavy, but it does give him a heck of a lot sticking out here on the back. But that's mainly for a different configuration, which I'll tell you about once we get to Hydra. But he is really neat. I do like Buster. He is cool in every way. And, I mean, he just works. Like, his scale is perfect as far as I'm concerned. I'm a huge fan of this guy. I think he's amazing. And Kabaya kits really are the way to go. I just love it. And just, you know, showing you a bit of a size comparison here. He's a neat little guy, and he will gladly live on my shelf, because I just gush about small ones. I like these. I don't know what it is with smaller Transformers, but the older I've gotten, the more I've gotten into these. I don't really care about the big ones anymore. They're just not that fun to me. These are cool. If it's a big one, it has to turn into a city. If it doesn't turn into a city, I don't care. That's kind of how I feel. But anyway, this has been Plasticon. This has been another Transformer Kabaya review, and I'll see you guys around as I play more coming your way. That's it for now. Bye!